Hello, Immortal News family, and welcome back to our channel. In the last 24 hours, we have received the somber news of the passing of extraordinary talents, and today's episode is dedicated to honoring their memory. Before we start, we kindly ask for your support. If this video or the legacies of these remarkable individuals have touched your life, please consider giving this video a thumbs up as a sign of respect and remembrance. Thank you. Number 9. Leadership is not a title. It's about impact, influence, and inspiration. These words, often spoken by Charles Rangel, perfectly capture the essence of a man who dedicated his life to lifting others. Charles Rangel, a force in American politics and a proud son of Harlem, passed away at the age of 94. He died peacefully in a New York hospital on Memorial Day. His journey from war hero to political trailblazer left a lasting mark on the nation. A decorated veteran, Rangel was awarded a Purple Heart and Bronze Star for his heroism in the Korean War. He once led fellow soldiers out of enemy fire, a moment that foretold the fearless leadership he would carry into public life. He made history as the first African American to chair the House Ways and Means Committee and helped found the Congressional Black Caucus. In Congress, he served for an extraordinary 46 years, representing Upper Manhattan with passion, humor, and fierce loyalty. Rangel championed causes that transformed lives. He helped launch the Empowerment Zones program, supported the Affordable Care Act, and was a driving force behind critical housing and tax reforms. His famous Rangel Amendment helped put international pressure on South Africa to end apartheid. Even when faced with challenges, including public censure late in his career, Rangel remained resilient. He was re-elected repeatedly, a reflection of the deep trust his community had in him. After retiring from Congress in 2017, he continued serving as a mentor and leader at the City College of New York. His initiative to expand infrastructure jobs in underserved neighborhoods showed he never stopped believing in progress or people. Former President Barack Obama once said, "Charles Rangel's voice was never the quietest, but it was always one worth listening to." He is survived by his beloved wife, Alma, and countless individuals whose lives were changed by his commitment to justice, fairness, and opportunity. Charles Rangel was a pioneer, a patriot, and a true public servant. The nation mourns his passing, but his spirit lives on in every law he passed, every life he bettered, and every path he paved. Tributes to Charles Rangel. Number 8. Happy, happy, happy. Those three simple words became a signature catchphrase, one that perfectly summed up the unfiltered charm and down-to-earth wisdom of Phil Robertson. Phil passed away peacefully at the age of 79, surrounded by family. Best known as the heart and soul of Duck Dynasty, he was more than a television personality. He was a symbol of faith, family, and a love for the outdoors. Long before cameras followed the bearded Robertson crew, Phil was already a legend in Louisiana. A standout athlete, he gave up the chance to play in the NFL, leaving a young Terry Bradshaw on the bench to pursue hunting and his deep connection to the wild. That decision shaped everything that followed. In a small shed, with nothing but walnut wood and a vision, Phil created his first duck call in 1972. That invention turned into Duck Commander, a business that would grow into an empire. Decades later, the world would come to know the man behind the call. Long beard, Bible in hand, faith on full display, as the beloved patriarch of a sprawling family and a household name in American homes. When Duck Dynasty premiered, few could have predicted the cultural wave it would spark. but viewers couldn't get enough of Phil's sage advice, sharp wit, and sincere devotion to what he believed in. Each episode was rooted in tradition, humor, and prayer, and viewers responded. Phil wasn't one to chase fame. He used it as a platform to talk about things that mattered most to him: God, family, and living off the land. Even in moments of controversy, he stood firm in his convictions, never trading his values for popularity. His contribution to outdoor culture earned him a place in the Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame, not just for his athletic past, but for his enduring impact as a champion of the outdoor lifestyle. His love for God and country never wavered. He leaves behind his beloved wife, Kay, their sons Jace, Willie, and Jep, and generations of grandchildren, each one a piece of the legacy he built. Willie Robertson shared, "He will be missed, but we know he is in good hands, and our family is good because God is very good. We will see him again." Tributes to Phil Robertson. Number 7. You never forget the sound of gunfire echoing through a village, or the eyes of someone whose world has changed forever. Stan Atkinson once shared those words about his time reporting from war zones. His voice brought distant conflicts into focus and made global stories personal for viewers at home. Stan passed away at age 92, following a brief illness. His presence, both on screen and in the hearts of many, leaves a void not easily filled. For nearly half a century, Stan Atkinson told stories that helped people understand a complex world. As Sacramento's most recognized news anchor, he didn't just deliver the news, he lived it. From Afghanistan to El Salvador, his reports came from the front lines, often under fire, always with heart. He earned 3 Emmy Awards for his fearless reporting, including powerful documentaries shot in war-torn Afghanistan and Somalia. But Stan never sought praise, he sought truth. Whether slipping across borders with resistance fighters or covering humanitarian crises, he brought insight and compassion to difficult stories. Beyond the camera, Stan gave back. He helped raise millions to build the California Vietnam Veterans Memorial and founded a nonprofit to serve disabled youth and adults. He believed in community as deeply as he believed in journalism. Even when he retired in 1999, he couldn't stop caring. "I was as excited leaving the studio that night as the day I walked in," he once said. That passion never faded. Colleagues remember him as thoughtful, driven, and deeply human. The Sacramento Bee once called him the man who owns Sacramento. But Stan never saw it that way. He simply saw himself as a reporter with a mission: to make the world a little more understood. His life reminds us of the power of curiosity, the courage of truth-telling, and the hope that one voice can bring to many. Tributes to Stan Atkinson. Number 6. I felt the stage breathe with her. She brought truth to every line. These words from a fellow actor capture what made Marie Tomasheva so unforgettable. At 96, Marie passed away peacefully in Mielnik, surrounded by the legacy she built over decades in Czech theater and film. She was a guiding light in the world of performance, graceful, uncompromising, and deeply connected to her craft. Audiences first fell in love with her as Juliet, then were captivated as Viola, Cordelia, and Ophelia on the stages of Prague's National Theatre. Her performances were not just roles, They were windows into the soul of the character. Actress, muse, and mentor, Marie made each part feel timeless. She later joined Divadlo Zabrano, Theater Beyond the Gate, a bold and visionary company co-founded with her husband, Otomar Krejci. There, she continued to challenge expectations, giving powerful depth to plays like Antigone and Three Sisters. Even when politics silenced the stage, she found new ways to express herself through poetry and spoken word, never stepping away from her calling. Marie's film work, including Anna Proletarka and Smrt na Cukrovem Ostrovie, showed her remarkable range and quiet power. But it was her presence, sincere, radiant, generous, that people never forgot. After the Velvet Revolution, she returned to the stage stronger than ever, embracing both classic and modern projects. Her contribution to Czech culture was honored with the Thalia Award for Lifetime Achievement, a recognition of a career built on excellence and courage. Marie's warmth and wisdom lifted those around her. Colleagues remember her as a kind mentor, always supporting younger artists with patience and care. Her influence lives on in generations of performers she inspired. She leaves behind a rich legacy of artistry, resilience, and grace. Though her voice is now silent, the echoes of her craft remain in every curtain call, every page of script, every inspired performance to come. Tributes to Marie Tomasheva. Number 5. A milestone in the world of music came when Planet Funk first shook the global stage, and at the center of it stood Gigi Kanu, co-founder and creative heartbeat of the band. For more than 4 decades, Gigi shaped sounds that bridged genres and broke boundaries. With tracks like Chase the Sun and Who Said, he wasn't just writing songs, he was helping people find their rhythm. From underground clubs to international festivals, his influence echoed far and wide. But Gigi's magic didn't rest only in melodies. His guitar work brought life to every beat. His ideas helped define a sound that was both bold and beautiful, blending electronic beats with human emotion in a way few ever could. Fans and fellow musicians admired him not just for his talent, but for his kindness and calm presence. He was a mentor, a friend, and a quiet force behind so much unforgettable music. Even as he faced cancer in recent years, he stayed close to his craft, creating and connecting with unwavering passion. At 66, Gigi Kanu's journey came to a close, but his music plays on. His passing came after a courageous fight with illness, surrounded by love and respect. Planet Funk shared their heartbreak, saying, "It is with great sadness that Planet Funk announces the premature passing of Domenico Gigi Kanu, who passed away today at the age of 66. His family has asked for privacy during this time of mourning, and many across the music world continue to honor his memory. Gigi's spirit lives in every note he played, in every fan who sang the words he helped write, and in every artist influenced by his fearless creativity. He gave his heart to music, and in return, music gave his name a legacy that will never fade." Tributes to Gigi Kanu. Number 4. You could feel the music move differently when Simon played. He brought galaxies with him, recalled a fellow musician and longtime friend. Simon House, an extraordinary composer and multi-instrumentalist, passed away peacefully at 77. His music lives on in the echoes of space rock, prog, and experimental sounds that he helped define. Best known for his groundbreaking work with Hawkwind and David Bowie, Simon brought violin and keyboard textures into realms no one imagined possible. With Hawkwind, he transformed tracks into cosmic journeys, his playing adding layers both wild and elegant. Albums like Hall of the Mountain Grill showcased this brilliance with simmering synthesizers and soaring electric violin. When David Bowie called in 1978, it led to a defining chapter. Simon joined the Isolar 2 World Tour, where his performances were captured in iconic live albums like Stage and Welcome to the Blackout. His violin breathed life into tracks like Yassassin on the Lodger album, infusing a rich cultural flavor that widened rock's boundaries. But Simon's brilliance didn't end there. He lent his talents to artists like Japan, Michael Moorcock, and Thomas Dolby. His versatility made him one of the most in-demand session musicians of his era. From experimental projects to haunting solo work like House of Dreams, he always brought something unforgettable. Though humble in nature, Simon's musical presence was immense. He didn't command attention, he earned admiration, quietly, masterfully, and effortlessly. His colleagues describe him as gentle, inventive, and generous in spirit. Cleopatra Records called him a sonic architect who helped shape the sound of a generation, adding, "He simply made everything better." Simon passed away following a brief illness, surrounded by loved ones. His legacy stretches far beyond the stage, into the hearts of those who found magic in his music. As long as there are stars in the sky, someone somewhere will hear a violin and think of him. Tributes to Simon House. Number 3. Guy could make an accordion sound like a dream or a storm, one collaborator once said. He didn't just play, it became a part of him. Guy Kluchevsek, the pioneering force behind a fresh vision of the accordion, passed away peacefully at 78. His passing followed a brief illness, leaving a silence that only his music could ever truly fill. Raised near Pittsburgh, Guy's love for music began early, rooted in Slovenian-American folk songs and classical tradition. He took that foundation and built an entirely new terrain of sound. Fusing genres often considered opposites, he gave voice to the accordion in jazz, free improvisation, and the avant-garde. Over 5 decades, Guy recorded more than 20 albums. He played with legends like Dave Douglas, John Zorn, Laurie Anderson, and Renee Fleming. As a founding member of the accordion tribe, he helped raise the profile of the instrument across continents, even inspiring a powerful documentary about their journey. He wasn't only an innovator on stage. Guy was a teacher, a composer, and a generous collaborator. He performed at major festivals around the world, from BAM's Next Wave Festival to venues far beyond, leaving audiences in awe with a single sustained note or a joyful burst of polka. His scores graced theater, dance, and film, earning him accolades like the Bessie Award and the United States Artists' Fellow Honor. Yet despite all the recognition, those who knew him best speak more of his kindness, curiosity, and quiet humor. "Working with Guy felt like a musical adventure," said one colleague. "He made everyone around him better, sometimes without saying a word." Guy's ability to cross cultures and bring people together through music was rare. He commissioned over 50 new works for accordion, building a bridge between tradition and experimentation. He never stopped exploring. His legacy lives not just in his recordings, but in the artists he mentored and the audiences he moved. Surrounded by friends, family, and a global musical community, he leaves behind a world immeasurably richer because of his vision. Though the music world grieves deeply, the sound Guy gave us will never fade. Tributes to Guy Kluchevsek. Number 2, I'm not one to scream and holler. Those quiet words from Don Combs after his Kentucky Derby win captured the spirit of a man who let his work speak volumes. At just 31, he trained Dust Commander to victory in the 96th running of the Derby, a moment that etched his name into racing history. Don passed away peacefully at age 86. His passing follows a lifetime devoted to thoroughbred racing, one that began when he was only 12 years old, galloping horses and learning the rhythm of the track. He built his skills working alongside trainer Herman Goodpaster, eventually stepping out on his own. At a time when many dreamed of Derby glory, Don achieved it with quiet confidence. He watched his biggest win from a box seat near the finish line, calm and composed as the crowd roared. Despite reaching one of the sport's highest honors, Combs remained largely out of the spotlight. He didn't chase headlines or seek attention. Yet Dust Commander's 1970 Derby win, at 16-1 odds, reverberated. The horse went on to win other prestigious races, and later sired Preakness Stakes winner Master Derby. Many in racing knew Don not for fanfare, but for his dedication. His legacy isn't just in trophies, but in the respect he earned in every stable and paddock he stepped into. He was a true horseman, the kind you don't see much anymore, one longtime colleague shared simply. And that's how Don would have liked it. No spotlight, just solid work and strong horses. His career may have been defined by one Derby, but his quiet excellence left a mark far beyond that moment. Tributes to Don Combs. What's trending on the internet? News 1. Here's a story sure to warm your heart and maybe even bring a smile. Dr. Mehmet Oz, the well-known television personality and health advocate, has stepped up in a remarkable way this week. Hundreds of ostriches at a farm in British Columbia, Canada, were facing a government-ordered cull after an outbreak of avian flu. Because of the threat, animal lovers and prominent figures alike have been searching for a solution. Enter Dr. Oz, who has offered sanctuary for these majestic birds at his own ranch in sunny Florida. His generous proposal comes just as animal rights advocates and concerned citizens rally to find a peaceful outcome for these gentle creatures. Dr. Oz's commitment to giving the ostriches a second chance at life has inspired many, shining a light on the power of compassion and community. As the story continues to unfold, it's a comforting reminder that kindness can cross borders, and sometimes, even big-hearted folks like Dr. Oz are willing to go the extra mile for animals in need. No matter what happens next, the rescue effort for these remarkable birds is sure to be remembered as yet another example of hope and humanity in action. News 2. Kylie Kelsey is making her much-anticipated return to podcasting. The 33-year-old mom of 4 has confirmed she'll be back hosting her popular Not Gonna Lie podcast this Thursday, May 29th, after taking 7 weeks of maternity leave following the birth of her daughter, Finley. Kylie made the exciting announcement in an adorable Instagram video featuring all 4 of her daughters, Wyatt, 5, Elliot, 4, Bennett, 2, and newborn Finley, who arrived on March 30th. In the heartwarming clip, Kylie receives a call from her producer while juggling mom duties, prompting her to tell her husband Jason Kelce, "You're on the clock," as she heads off to record. The video even captured a sweet moment where one of her daughters called her a baddie, to which Kylie confidently agreed. Since launching in December, Kylie's podcast has featured impressive guests including Michelle Obama and Kate Hudson, with fans eagerly awaiting who might join her for this comeback episode. Kylie has built a devoted following by sharing her honest perspectives on modern parenting, social media trends, and women in sports, all while balancing her growing family with former Philadelphia Eagles center Jason Kelce. Her authentic approach to discussing motherhood, including her recent postpartum journey, continues to resonate with listeners who appreciate her refreshing, zero-filter style and genuine warmth. News 3. Lauren and Cameron Hamilton, the beloved couple who found love on Netflix Love is Blind, have shared some truly joyful news. They're expecting their first child together. After 4 years of hoping, waiting, and persevering through a challenging fertility journey, including IVF treatments and heartfelt moments of uncertainty, Lauren and Cameron's dream of becoming parents is finally coming true. For Lauren, this pregnancy is especially meaningful, arriving as a bright spot after she experienced the loss of her father late last year. She describes this happy news as a light in the darkness for her family, and the couple could hardly contain their excitement when they saw the word pregnant appear on their test. Lauren even admitted she fell to her knees and cried tears of relief and happiness. Now settling into her pregnancy, Lauren is enjoying every moment, even developing a craving for all things cheesy. Their inspiring journey is a beautiful reminder that love, patience, and hope can lead to the most heartwarming surprises. We wish Lauren and Cameron every happiness as they prepare to welcome their new addition and celebrate a new chapter filled with love and gratitude. News 4. A British tourist's dream vacation in Jamaica turned into a terrifying ordeal when a shark attacked her during a morning swim earlier this month. Rachel Smith, 26, was paddling in hip-deep water off Rose Hall Beach in Montego Bay when a shark, believed to be a reef shark, suddenly bit her left hand and knocked her backward. The shocking moment left Rachel in complete disbelief as she discovered her ring finger hanging off her hand with blood pouring from the wound. "I was in complete shock," Rachel recalled. "My whole hand went numb, so I thought my whole hand had been taken off." Thankfully, Rachel's sister Lisa, 28, who witnessed the attack and saw the meter-long shark darting away, quickly helped her back to shore while warning other vacationers. Lisa's quick thinking potentially saved her sister from more serious injury. The medical journey that followed proved challenging. After visiting a local hospital that reportedly requested $2,000 before treatment and quoted $25,000 for surgery, Rachel was transferred to a public hospital. She was eventually flown to Ireland, where her parents live, for emergency surgery at Cork University Hospital. Doctors determined the shark attack had ruptured tendons and nerves in her ring and little fingers, while completely disconnecting her ring finger's ligaments. Though the emergency surgery was successful, Rachel faces a long recovery ahead, with full hand movement expected in about 18 months. Despite this traumatic experience, Rachel maintains a positive outlook. "I have a long road of recovery ahead, but I have a positive attitude, and I believe I will get through it," she shared. Her sister Lisa, though still experiencing nightmares from the incident, expressed gratitude that the outcome wasn't worse, saying, "I'm just so glad and grateful that she's alive." Rachel's story serves as a powerful reminder of human resilience in the face of unexpected dangers, and her optimistic spirit continues to inspire those around her as she begins her healing journey. News 5. Hawaii's Kilauea volcano put on a spectacular show over the Memorial Day weekend, with massive lava fountains reaching heights of 1,000 feet during its most recent eruption. This marks the 23rd episode of activity since the volcano began erupting again in December 2024. The dramatic event began Sunday afternoon at 4:15 p.m. local time, when sustained lava fountains emerged from the north vent in Halema-Uma'u crater. As the evening progressed, both the north and south vents displayed impressive fountaining, with the north vent producing the most dramatic display, sending molten lava soaring into the sky. Visitors to Hawaii Volcanoes National Park were treated to a rare natural spectacle as yellowish-orange flames, caused by hydrogen gas burning in the air, were visible at the vents. The U.S. Geological Survey captured breathtaking footage of these towering plumes, which contained ash, volcanic glass known as Pell's hair, and lava rock. After about 6 hours of continuous activity, the eruption concluded at 10:25 p.m. Sunday night. Scientists from the Hawaiian Volcano Observatory report that summit inflation has already resumed, suggesting another episode could occur within a similar time frame, approximately 1 week. For those fascinated by nature's raw power, this ongoing volcanic activity serves as a beautiful reminder of our planet's dynamic geology, all safely contained within the boundaries of Hawaii Volcanoes National Park, where experts continue to monitor this magnificent natural wonder. Number 1. It wasn't just music, it was the voice of the people, a fan once said about İlhan Şeşen. And for decades, his voice truly echoed through the hearts of millions. İlhan Şeşen, the beloved Turkish musician, songwriter, and actor, has passed away at 76, following a battle with lung cancer. His songs captured life's quiet joys and deepest sorrows. His performances, whether on stage or screen, brought warmth and sincerity to audiences across generations. He began his journey not in studios or on stage but in courtrooms. After studying law in Istanbul, Şeşen practiced as a lawyer for 10 years, but his heart was always in music. In 1968, he chose the path of melody, and the world has been thankful ever since. A defining moment came in the 1980s when he co-founded group Gundoğarken with his nephews. Their powerful folk-pop sound redefined Turkish music. Later, he released solo albums filled with songs that quickly became household treasures, like Sarılınca Sana and Neler Oluyor Bize. His lyrics were poetic, his voice soothing, and his creativity endless. Şeşen's talent also lit up television screens. Roles in series such as Aliye and Broken Pieces revealed another layer of his artistry. His gentle presence and deep emotional expression made every character resonate. But beyond the spotlight, İlhan was known for his humility. Colleagues often described him as thoughtful and generous. Younger artists admired him not just as a mentor, but as a friend. In a family statement, his wife Arzu Şeşen and children shared their grief, calling him a beloved husband, father, and grandfather. The Ministry of Culture and Tourism honored him as a masterful artist who touched hearts and left a lasting impression with his works. Through decades of evolving styles and changing times, Şeşen's art remained sincere. He never chased trends. He created timeless moments instead. He leaves behind not only a family who loved him dearly, but also a nation singing his tunes. Tributes to İlhan Şeşen. She bravely smiled through the pain, and in doing so, taught us all how to live.